Parse a Py file, read the AST, modify it, then write back the modified source code. I want to programmatically edit Python source code. Basically, I want to read a .py file, generate the AST, and then write back the modified Python source code, i.e. another .py file. There are ways to parse/compile Python source code using standard Python modules, such as AST or compiler. However, I don't think any of them support ways to modify the source code. For example, delete this function declaration, and then write back the modifying Python source code. Update. The reason I want to do this is I'd like to write a mutation testing library for Python, mostly by deleting statements, expressions, rerunning tests and seeing what breaks.
Pythoscope does this to the test cases it automatically generates, as does the 2.3 tool for Python 2.6. It converts Python 2.x source into Python 3.x source. Both these tools uses the lib2to3 library, which is an implementation of the Python parser/compiler machinery that can preserve comments in source when it's round-tripped from source, AST, source. The rope project may meet your needs if you want to do more refactoring like transforms. The AST module is your other option, and there's an older example of how to unparse syntax trees back into code, using the parser module. But the AST module is more useful when doing an AST transform on code that has been transformed into a code object. The Red Baron project also may be a good fit. Height Xavier Cumbel.
The built-in AST module doesn't seem to have a method to convert back to source. However, the CodeGen module here provides a pretty printer for the AST that would enable you to do so. E.g. this will print. Note that you may lose the exact formatting and comments, as these are not preserved. However, you may not need to. If all you require is to execute the replaced AST, you can do so simply by calling compile on the AST and executing the resulting code object.
Took a while, but Python 3.9 has this URL. Unparse an AST.AST object and generate a string with code that would produce an equivalent AST.AST object of parse back with AST.parse.
In a different answer I suggested using the AST package, but I have since found a more up-to-date AST unparsing package called ASTUnparse. I have tested this on Python 3.5.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.